you explain to me why it needs to come from Kevin Durant?
Because Kevin Durant is the face of the Brooklyn Nets franchise. He is a superstar in this game. He is one of the greatest players on the planet Earth, and he is the one person they know they cannot afford to displease or lose. So if Kevin Durant has this unreal loyalty to his boys, and particularly Kyrie Irving, and he don't want Kyrie Irving gone, if the Nets said to hell with that, we gonna do it anyway, you got a big-time problem with Kevin Durant. You got a big-time problem with Kevin Durant. But I will tell you this, since you only have one playoff series victory to show for it, if I'm the Brooklyn Nets, I take my chances. Because here's what the deal is. We gonna run this organization the way we see fit. I'll give you an example. LeBron wasn't too happy with the way Pat Riley did things. There were a lot of rumors. I don't know how true they were, but there were a lot of rumors about whatever it is that he felt and ultimately the rest of the dudes felt about Eric Spoelstra once they had initially arrived. What did Pat Riley do? Spoelstra ain't going nowhere. This is my guy. I run this franchise, and this is how it's going to go down, period. Now, you go from there. What I'm saying to you is this. Just like LeBron James has extreme value, even though Kevin Durant doesn't have that kind of value that LeBron James had, he still is incredibly, incredibly valuable. And if I'm the Brooklyn Nets, who wouldn't bust down my door to get their hands on Kevin Durant? If you are dogged about keeping Kyrie Irving, no matter what he does, basically giving him carte blanche to act any old way that he wants to, thereby, in a de facto sense, running the organization, I'm sorry, you can go too. Because guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to use both of y'all to get the assets that I need, because you ain't got no trade clauses. They got rid of that years ago. So I'm going to use the assets that y'all would automatically bring, and I'm going to build a team. I don't want to lose Kevin Durant. The dude is sensational, and he's phenomenal. And a great dude who, by the way, always shows up to play. But the point is, at some point in time, KD, we are paying you too. Is your commitment to us, or is your commitment to your boy? And if your commitment is to your boy,
that is the question.
Get him in
that
line.
is the question. That is a $100 million question.
But here's my question, Jay.
Sure.
Isn't this a moot point next season? Because there won't be the vaccination restrictions in New York, so Kyrie will be available to play.
That's why I think he will be available. But obviously, there's some people that feel the way Stephen A. does, that there's always something.
Always something.
So I think this is Sean Marks setting that standard. But Stephen A., just off your point really quickly, that's why I said at the end of the day, it comes down to Kevin Durant.
I don't disagree.
Being able to draw a line and say, Kyrie, this is what I want. If there is something, I don't believe it, but if there is something, always something, it can't be here anymore. He has to be willing to do that. And his lack of saying something is him saying something.
Absolutely. And to get to your question, Molly, more directly, here's what we're saying. Your question is because you're leaning on the whole vaccine issue. My point about Kyrie is that it's always something. And the fact of the matter, there's always something that either gets in the way of him participating literally or participating figuratively, because sometimes his mind and his heart just ain't there.
But what I would need to know is, was last season a breaking point for Kevin Durant? You know,
we gonna find out. We don't know.
That's what we don't know.
I don't think so.
We're gonna have more on this a little bit later.
If he gonna,
I don't think so.
If he gonna let Kyrie go,
still to come on First Take.
He can go too. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.